Millennials tend to get a bit of a bad rap, and for some millennials, it's been really difficult to navigate COVID-19 and the mental health implications during the pandemic. Meet BIPOC franchise owner Nic Mosos, who is using his time, this time, to be a leader in mental health for his employees. Thanks so much for joining us via Skype this morning.
Hi, well, thanks a lot for the opportunity to be here.
Absolutely. So tell us first about your company and how you have pivoted here and your new focus during the pandemic.
Yeah, so our company is a local moving company, and we specialize in residential moving services. The biggest impact and pivot that we needed to do was that we haven't been able to have that face-to-face contact with our customers that we're used to having. So being able to adapt to doing estimates online, to doing estimates over video, to doing estimates even over chat has been a challenge for the industry, but definitely it's been interesting to see.
Yeah. What about motivation? And is the rap the bad rap that some millennials get, is that legitimate?
I think there's something that we don't often think about, and that is the environment that millennials live in. So, for example, we get to go home and go into our couch, into our living room, turn on our TV, and go into our fridge. But most millennials are going into their parents' homes. They're going into a house that they share with 4 or 5 different people, and it's not an environment that they dominate. So while there's definitely a sense of social responsibility that we as millennials need to exercise, I also think there's been a lack of attention in terms of creative outlets for millennials to be able to put that energy into.
How do you motivate your team?
Well, motivation sort of changes depending on the needs of the team. I personally, our team shines with athleticism. We take pride in athleticism. So hosting outdoor workouts, having the guys out for a hike has been pretty important for us. But I think it should really reflect sort of what the culture is for your company, right?
Yeah.
For us, it's athleticism.
Yeah. What tips do you have for leadership?
Leadership during this time, especially as a millennial, probably 3, Bob. Number 1, make sure that you practice what you preach, especially if the age gap between your workers and you is not that big. It's important that your Instagram, your Facebook, that you are really following through on what you're asking of them. So if you're asking your millennial workers to stay home, not to go out, not to party, then you better be doing the same, right? Number 2, take care of yourself. You can't really fight a battle if you're not ready to go to war. You need to make sure that you're healthy, make sure that you're eating properly. And now with the virus, a lot of these resources for taking care of yourself are not available. So it's important for you to make sure that you're able to put on your oxygen mask before you help somebody else. And lastly, surround yourself with coaches. I'm fortunate enough to be part of a franchise system where 19 to 23 brothers and sisters are going through the same, but no one does this alone. So now as millennials, we have access to coaches, we have access to online services that a lot of generations didn't in the past. So making use of those in times like this, I think, is particularly important.
And that last tip, I'm sure, is a good one in terms of millennials who are interested in starting up their own business.
Yes, absolutely. My weakness has always been numbers and the financial side of things. I'm good at sales and talking to people. So I have a coach that helps me with that. My dad is part of the business, and he's been a professional in that sector for a while. So recruiting him to be part of my team was important. So don't think that you can do this alone if you're starting a business as a millennial. Surround yourself with resources.
Yeah, well, You Move Me has been a big success and continued success with your business. We're going to link up your socials at chch.com for more on that and your story. Thank you so much, Nic Mosos.
Of course. Thanks a lot, Bob. Appreciate it.